Stop feeling stuck. Your guide to unleashing your awesome. Ever have those days where you just can't seem to get anything done? You're not alone. We all have moments where we feel a little lazy or unmotivated. But guess what? You have the power to change that. This isn't about becoming a superhero overnight. It's about taking small, manageable steps that will lead you to amazing places. The magic of tiny steps. Think about climbing a mountain. You wouldn't try to jump to the top, right? You'd take one step, then another, and another. Eventually, you'd reach the summit. It's the same with your goals. Big tasks can feel overwhelming, like trying to eat a giant pizza in one bite. Impossible. But if you break it down into smaller slices, it becomes much easier. Let's say you want to write a book. Don't think about writing 200 pages all at once. That's scary. Instead, tell yourself, today I'll write just one sentence. That's it. One sentence. You can do that, right? And guess what? Once you've written that sentence, you might feel like writing another and another. Before you know it, you've written a whole paragraph. Or maybe you want to learn to play the guitar. Don't try to learn a whole song in one day. That's too much. Instead, focus on learning just one chord. Practice it until it feels comfortable. Then the next day, learn another chord. Slowly but surely, you'll build your skills, and one day, you'll be playing your favorite songs. The key here is progress, not perfection. Don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. It's part of learning. Just focus on making a little bit of progress each day. Those small wins add up. Think of it like building a tower out of Legos. You don't build the whole tower at once. You start with one brick, then add another and another. Eventually, you have a magnificent tower. Routines. Your secret weapon willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired if you use it too much. That's why relying on willpower alone isn't enough. You need routines. Routines are like training wheels on a bicycle. They make things easier until you can do them naturally. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't have to think about it, do you? You just do it automatically. That's because it's a routine. You can create routines for anything. Want to exercise more? Put your workout clothes by your bed so they're the first thing you see in the morning. Want to eat healthier? Prepare your meals in advance so you're not tempted to grab junk food when you're hungry. What's one small routine you can start today? Maybe it's making your bed as soon as you wake up, or drinking a glass of water before breakfast, or spending 10 minutes reading before bed. These small habits create structure and help you build momentum. The 2-minute rule, your magic trick. The hardest part of any task is usually starting. That's why the 2-minute rule is so powerful. It's like a magic trick that makes starting easy. Here's how it works. Promise yourself you'll work on something for just 2 minutes. That's it, just 2 minutes. Want to read a book? Read one page. Want to clean your room? Start with one corner. Want to learn a new language? Learn 2 new words. Once you get started, you'll often find it's easier to keep going. It's like pushing a swing. The first push is the hardest, but after that, it's easy to keep it going. And here's a bonus tip. Reward yourself for starting. After you've done your 2 minutes, celebrate in a small way. Maybe it's listening to your favorite song, or taking a short break, or just giving yourself a pat on the back. Rewards make starting feel good, and they motivate you to keep going. Don't be afraid to fail. Everyone fails sometimes. It's part of life. Don't let fear of failure hold you back. Think of failure as a learning opportunity. What can you learn from your mistakes? How can you do better next time? Imagine a basketball player who's learning to shoot free throws. They're not going to make every shot, right? They'll miss some shots, but each time they miss, they learn something. They adjust their aim or their grip or their technique, and eventually they become a great free throw shooter. It's the same with anything in life. You're not going to be perfect right away. You're going to make mistakes, but that's okay. Just keep practicing, keep learning, and keep trying. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up over your mistakes. Just learn from them and move on. Consistency is key. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Small efforts done regularly can create massive change over time. Think about a dripping faucet. One drop of water isn't much, But if that faucet drips constantly, day after day, it can eventually wear a hole in the sink. It's the same with your goal.